of the most infamous people to always have a downfall, completely seems to have downfalls all the time, and that is Mizkif. And I guess he just ended his career for what seems like the 587,000th time. But this is from WestJet, and I just want to get right into this, dude. I want to see what drama this jabroni has caused himself in the world today.
Massive day for the unemployed. Mizkif is in hot water and he's currently getting cancelled on the internet. There was a clip that surfaced of him in Japan goofing around doing pull-ups on a cherry blossom tree, and that upset some locals. I saw a video of—
Dude, what is with these streamers going to Asia and just making like absolute idiots out of themselves? Vitaly just went to the Philippines and is literally going to jail. Vitaly is 100% going to jail now, or is already in jail by the time I like re-release this on my channel. He is probably in jail just getting like colon inspections from somebody else in the prison. You know what I mean? He's getting some Philippine finger fun. And it's just like wild to me that somebody has like the idea that like, I'm going to go to another country and I'm going to cause problems. I'm just going to ruin another country for all future tourists, because that seems like a good idea. If somebody were to like come into my hometown and they were from like another country and I'm like going to the park and I just see some dude peeing in the middle of the park. He's just peeing and pooping in the middle of my park, and he's like, hold it, and he's like speaking in like French. He's like, oh, I poop in park. Oh, look, stream. That's not Russian, but he's just fucking frogging out in my park. I would like be mad, and I would say like, I would call the cops on him and be like, get this guy out of here, and he would probably go to jail. It would be good. I don't like. I think this is good when they arrest him for like actually breaking laws in other countries, because they're breaking laws in other countries. What the fuck are you doing, guys?
content creators I've met before doing pull-ups and gymnastic tricks on a sakura tree's branches, inevitably shaking cherry blossom petals off. It just broke my heart to see someone I actually know doing such things in Japan. It's always been unknown people on social media. Fortunately, the post was gone the next day, so they probably regretted it and deleted it. But please, if you ever want to flex your muscles to show how much testosterone you've got, go touch your own wood. Okay. What's up with content creators and goofing around in Japan? It's like a recurring theme. Nobody can keep their cool there. PewDiePie was right. YouTubers are ruining Japan. Johnny Somali effect and seeing Mizkif doing that ... I mean, dude was Ice Poseidon's cameraman. Some people never change or learn.
Again, dude, Ice Poseidon is still doing this stuff. And what's crazy is Mizkif got like even though he's constantly in trouble and I don't know everything that he's done, I know that he has like an entire categorical like printout that I could literally sit there and highlight with the tip of my penis and read every single line to you. But I know that he's caused himself controversy time and time again. But you would think by seeing some of these other guys just hit this crash and burn thing where they're getting arrested in other countries, where it's already getting like, everybody is making fun of people. Like Ice Poseidon is still going over to other countries and being an asshole, and nobody's like giving him like credit for that. Like, oh, well, good job, Ice Poseidon. You're such a fucking stand-up guy. I can't wait to make out with you in the girl's bathroom. Nobody's saying that shit, dude. Nobody's like out here like, oh, dude, look at the cool stuff these kick streamers are doing by harassing other countries. Nobody's doing that. Like, what your 10 seconds of clout that you get from this, the little controversy it causes, is more important than the sustainable growth you'd have by just not doing it, by not being an asshole in another country and breaking laws. I don't understand it. This is like some fucking retard behavior.
Yeah, makes sense to you, but how would a foreigner know any of that? In one way, I'm conflicted, because inarguably he was sort of being a scumbag and not respecting the local culture, you know, like there's signs everywhere showing that, but does he really know? It's a question of intent here. It's not like he's doing what Logan Paul did. This is leagues more harmless, and of course I'm not justifying his behavior, but you know, some people were going a little bit too ham on him, especially bringing up his past. Like, we get it, he streamed with Ice Poseidon, like a popular serial killer in a movie. It actually inspired some copycats. Kick streamers started going to the same exact tree Mizkif was on and started doing pull-ups. No intro today. Jewish man cancelled. And what was Mizkif's response in all of this? We got a whole damn manifesto coming in from Mizkif.
We love manifestos, dude. Like, what's it? To any viewers and tourists coming to Japan, please understand these trees are sacred to Japan. Do not touch cherry blossoms. They are sacred to Japanese culture and are extremely delicate. And to my viewers, please do not attack anyone for criticism of me in regards to cherry blossom trees. I am okay with criticism and understand it was in the wrong. I hope, though, these people can learn from my actions. If you ever go to Japan, please be mindful of their cherry blossoms culture and property. I apologize for doing those pull-ups on cherry blossom tree, and I promise I will continue to do better. All he did was play Assassin's Creed Shadows and was like, oh, dude, if they can do that in Japan, I'm gonna go do it.
Hey guys, so I wanted to make a quick statement on the situation regarding the cherry blossom tree. A few days ago I did pull-ups on a cherry blossom tree. I posted the video and went to bed. Easy. The moment I was informed by a friend on the severity of the situation, I immediately deleted the post and regretted my decision. Why even write out this whole ass lengthy PR apology instead of just saying,
Dove Men plus.
Dude could have literally could have put on the camera for fucking 2 seconds and been like, yeah, bro, I messed up, dog. Yeah, I won't do this again. It's my bad. Big ups, pimp. I'm sorry. Like, it could have been so easy to just turn the camera on. Listen, I didn't know this was a thing, bro. My buddy was there. He said, well, yo, dude, you would be really good content if you got pull-ups doing cherry blossom trees, because you always see that shit in, you always see the cherry blossom trees in anime. Now imagine you doing pull-ups on it. You know how dope that would look? And I said, yeah, that would look dope. I'm gonna do that right now, having no idea that it was incredibly offensive to them. He could have done a 2-second video, gotten it done, but instead he did like a 14-hour fucking or 14-page fucking document. Every time I see one of these Twitter threads, I just want to just go outside, spread my butt cheeks, and eat all of the grass in my lawn.
Statement on the situation regarding the cherry blossom tree. A few days ago I did pull-ups on a cherry blossom tree. I posted the video and went to bed. Easy. The moment I was informed by a friend on the severity of the situation, I immediately deleted the post and regretted my decision. Why even write out this whole ass lengthy PR apology instead of just saying, my bad, I didn't know, I'm sorry, I won't do it again, this isn't okay, and that's it. To any viewers or tourists coming to Japan, please understand these trees are sacred to Japan. Do not touch the cherry blossoms. They're sacred to their culture and are extremely delicate. It didn't really last long. The kick streamers were on top of that right away.
Yeah, dude, I mean, it's just like you people like with these giant fan bases don't think about this stuff, especially in other countries. Now, if you're doing this shit in your backyard and you're being an asshole, or you like say some cringe shit, that's saying something is completely different than doing it, in my opinion. Like if you're like, oh, dude, I like go and pee on my fire hydrant all the time, and then you get a bunch of people who film themselves peeing on the fire hydrant, they're the idiots, right? I'm not gonna go to some streamer and be like, oh, did you see he said that? He influenced this behavior. It's like, nah, dude, these guys are dumb enough to go repeat it. And I still agree with that aspect of people going it, but they now see that Mizkif got the thing, so it's doing what Mizkif did. You're actually like following in his footsteps in regards to, he made this video, I'm gonna recreate this video because it got him clout, it's gonna get me clout. It's not just saying he did it, it's doing it as much different. It's a visual interpretation, and then they have something that they can do one-to-one. It's just like the absolute dumbass behavior is just addictive to all these clout goblins.
Quit streaming already. See what I mean? These people aren't coming from a place of growth. They're coming from a place of personal hatred. They hate themselves, they're jealous of you, and they're projecting it onto the world. Once again, there is a huge distinction from a Japanese local being upset at this rather than like a fat white dude who can't even point on Japan on him.
Agreed. I would 100% agree with this. I would 1000% agree with this. Another thing too that I think is really funny is just like, I'm not very going to say like, oh, this is bad enough that Mizkif should quit streaming. Mizkif is an absolute monster. This isn't like stealing from a store in Japan, like, oh, dude, look at me steal, or chucking noodles across the restaurant, or actually like maliciously doing it. From what he said, he didn't know, and like, yeah, it's still cringe. It's still cringe he did it, but he pulled the video down. I think the long statement is cringe as fuck, don't get me wrong. He could have either summed it up in a one-sentence thing, like, my bad, pimp, or just made, like, a fucking 2-minute video and, like, didn't know, dog. it was a big fuck up, but like these people that are coming out and just disingenuously like wanting him to quit his or like shut his channel down forever, it's a little much, bro. There's people I genuinely dislike out here, like Nick Fuentes and Hassan Piker, right? And I don't even think they should quit their channel. Just keep doing it. Just keep on your little fucking trajectory of being annoying. I don't care. It's your, like, I'm not here to say you should stop forever. I don't hate anybody that much. I just don't care, right? You can see the shit and not care, but people get all caught up in their fucking feelings. They go to Twitter and they're like, look how special I'm gonna be. I'm gonna virtue signal about how bad this guy is, even though I don't know shit about Japanese culture either.
Map. We all make mistakes moving forward from this. And that's what I mean. There should always be a way forward for something like this. You know, a redemption arc. I'm hoping for immigration to take a good look at the video and perma-ban you from Japan. Idiot streamers have become a pest in Japan. You don't give a shit. You're a grown adult climbing a tree knowing well it's the cherry blossom season. Insensitive you and Cole. And that's what I mean. These people on Twitter are...
That's a bit far. That's a bit far. Like, here's the thing. If I went to Japan... and I wouldn't be doing pull-ups on trees because I'm too fat. I would literally jump up on the tree and the whole tree would fall down on top of me. But I'm not like I'm not like fully versed in all their laws and stuff. And if I'm there and I'm like, oh, look at this cherry blossom, and I clicked one and looked at it, I wouldn't know unless I saw a sign or something previously that it was that big of a deal, right? Because that's something like. I see a pretty tree and it's got a nice leaf. I can pick the leaf and look at it, right? It's not that big of a deal over here. So I see it over there. Same thing. I could see that correlation. It's not that big of a deal. But these Spurgs online, bro, act like you know the entire rule book. Again, this is different than Ice Poseidon, like trying to finger statues or Johnny Somali chucking noodles across a restaurant. There's quite a bit of a gap between those motherfuckers, right? I think that there's enough of a gap that Adam 22's wife would be like the equivalent to her vagina. That was the joke I was gonna make, and I lost traction, and now I'm a fucking piece of shit.
Worth apologizing to. They're automatically assuming the worst in you, and you make...
Welcome to the 100-degree sweat test. Which one of these...
Oh, dude, I want to lick your armpits. I wonder if that was the reaction they wanted out of that ad. They're like, oh, I hope some dude sees this when she comes in all snake-like, really wanting to get your attention, and then she shows you her armpits. I know there's some armpit guy out there just thinking about how great it would be to be like stick his penis between the armpit, like where the armpit squeezes down. I don't know what this part of your arm's called, but he wants to stick his dick in it and just fuck the shit out of it. I know it's called the armpit, but there's probably like the trap to the side boobage. He wants to fuck the shit out of that. See, for me, that's weird, and like I feel like it would be an uncomfortable angle because their like head would be hitting your like either your hip bone, or if you did it from the back, you're just holding onto their side, just fucking the armpit. It would just be so uncomfortable and so weird. It's like the people that like feet. You just want to be staring down at the end of your bed while a girl's just using her feet to jerk you off. I would just feel like that'd be too far removed to where I feel like I'd be having a business conference while getting my dick stroked.
Mistake, they'll come for your throat. They're like vultures. No, like they genuinely believe everyone's a Scooby-Doo villain or something. Oh, whoopity-doo, there's the classic. He's only sorry because he got called out. Well, obviously he's only sorry he got called out. If he didn't get called out, he wouldn't even know he did anything bad. And trust me, I know from personal experience, these people don't want you to change. They're actually just looking for an easy target who gets upset and gives them that internal validation they're seeking. So
well, and they know that they can get a few clicks and a few updates and shit that'll make them feel like they're superior and like more virtuous than these people. They only like see bullying never disappeared, right? A lot of people are like, "Oh, the bullying, it's gone now." No. What people did was just show that they were more virtuous than the other person, and they belittle people by showing that they're not good enough to these new societal values. It's all just like how special can I make myself feel today by tearing everybody down around me, but not actually tearing people down by showing that I'm more virtuous than them, because I'm not bullying them. I'm not telling them they look like a little fucking doofus dolphin wiener motherfucker. No. I'm telling them that I care more about different cultures than they do.
This AI generated fake clip of me saying the N-word, which I would never do, and you know, it would trigger me when people would send me that. It would, you know, upset me. I'd be like, I'm not a racist, I have black friends. I was so cringe. I made one of those cringe PR apologies, and people kept harassing me about that clip for years until I started saying, don't care, I'm a racist, I'll say it again, and want me to recreate it, and then poof, nobody ever sent me it again. Anyway,
well, if you do the thing where you're just uncancelable, like, here's the thing, you can hit a point where you can just say whatever the fuck you want, do whatever the fuck you want, and be who you want to be. Okay, not anything you want, like, not do whatever the fuck you want. Obviously there are laws and shit you shouldn't break, but if you just like out here just unapologetically crude all the time, nobody gives a shit. Like if somebody like came out tomorrow and was like, can you believe that King Jiffy called this person a bitch? Absolutely, I 100% do that, and I will do it again, and I will double down on it again and again and again. I will make jokes about whatever the fuck I want to make. How Mizkif looks like he's like beat the fuck, dude. Why does he look so fucking beat, dog? He looks like somebody in like a fight interview who just like is like healing up, and it's just like his eyes are all like light and his face is all fucked. He looks like he just got the shit kicked out of him and he's just existing now. He looks like that one friend you see at Rayleigh's, or like not Rayleigh's. Rayleigh's is a grocery store in a town I used to live. Kroger. You see him in a fucking Kroger and you're like, bro's probably on meth now.
Back to Mizkif. He responded to this situation terribly, and apparently he even tried to, like, you know, send angry messages to the person who wrote that tweet in the first place.
Why are you shitting on him? Because he sent me a personal message. Yeah, shitting on me. Yes, that's why. And it's all about me.
I wonder if she blurs the boobs or if WestJet's doing that. I'm very curious who's doing the boob blurrage. I mean, I assume it's her to kind of get like that that funny I know I'm Japanese and there's the hentai thing that does the blurring and I get clicks from that. I feel like it's her, but I'm not sure. Maybe WestJet's is putting it in for the same type of joke. We'll never know. I guess this is gonna be one of those grand mysteries.
Me. You're like three me in 3 sentences. Yeah, so I'm like, okay, so your community actually reflects you. Wow. I was like, I was shocked. And he actually deleted that comment later on from like a Discord.
I mean, most of my points still stand, but is Mizkif just like a impulsive idiot at this point? Like, don't answer that. Like, I get it. This lady sort of dragged his name publicly and whatnot, and you might be a little bit angry, but like, what's that gonna do? It's just gonna make your apology feel ingenuine because you're contradicting your words. Holy smokertons, we got a guest channel feature from the Rat King, #1 political streamer and Hassan Piker's best friend, Asmongold.
If he just said, yeah, I've been to Japan a couple of times, but I didn't know that, we do this in America, it's fine, I apologize, won't do it again, sorry. Like, yeah, you're gonna have like maybe 5 or 6 people that are gonna say like, oh, I hate you now, right? But like, for the most part, people are gonna be like, wow, thank you, like, I wish more people could do that.
Some people on
Twitter,
Twitter,
just be fucking real, dude. I'm so sick of these fucking fake ass apologies where they're like 20 minutes and there's crying, and then they have like somebody in a violin come out there. I didn't mean to come on that person's face unconsensually. She said to stop, and I said, please don't talk. And I just kept coming a lot. And then they start crying. I'm the real victim here. It's just so fucking annoying, dude. It's like, you could just like come out and just be like real, like, I fucked up, dog. My bad, pimp. It's easy. 2 minutes. You could literally put it as like a fucking YouTube short. You could have it as a YouTube short. I apologize because I didn't fucking know, dude. My bad. I won't do it again.
are acting as if it's the end of the world, but I promise you, it's fine. This isn't Hiroshima 2. The Japanese have dealt with far more greater things, and by the way, look at that ladder movement. I'm the GOAT. Anyway, the Japanese girl from earlier got the DMs, and let's hear her out.
Because the response I got was, now I have Johnny Sumara accounts on me. You don't realize what you've done to me. Please leave me alone. Me. What the fuck? What did I say? It's not about you.
Pulling on iDubbbz and putting on my empathy cap, I can sort of understand why Mizkif's upset. You know, nobody wants to be compared to Johnny Somali. That's like being compared to Satan himself, but worse. I'm tired, chat. I really am. Mizkif's gotta be depressed right now that he was caught writing this in his offline chat immediately after all this backlash. And honestly, I think he just needs to chill out and like stop dealing with it and taking everything so personally. It can be both true that the streamers are pieces of shit and Keiho is creating drama. And you know, the Roach King hit the nail on the head. I feel like Mizkif blundered and made it a bigger deal than it really needed to be. Keiho has every right to be upset about it. Sakura are a part of our culture and hold great significance here. And you know, that's valid. Who's gonna argue there? Like, to me, it might just be a tree. But you gotta respect the other cultures, especially if you're in their country. It is funny how a literal tree can spark so much controversy on Twitter. Y'all acting like Mizkif tried to exterminate the Jews, but he actually just did some pull-ups on a tree.
Bro, wild. Dude just went full fucking Minecraft. I don't know why, but I just envisioned a fucking Mr. Beast like thumbnail with Mizkif. I don't even need to say the rest of the joke, dude. You can fucking fill in the lines, bro. Jeff Foxworthy did that shit, bro.
The problem are the Western streamers who have no clue about the cultural norms in other countries. On the WestJet channel, we're known for our meticulous research, and funnily enough, this could actually be illegal in Japan. You know what? I've heard enough. Throw him into jail and toss away the key. I'm not even gonna begin to try to read that, but isn't this a she? I'm a pro. Dude, somebody even made an article. Content creators Mizkif and Cole apologize after antics on cherry blossom tree. But the craziest thing of all is that Mizkif was with two guys that were Japanese, and not even they realized what they were doing was kind of bad. You know, Mizkif's the most popular, so it makes sense why Twitter is hating on him the most, but shouldn't, you know, the actual Japanese people be there, you know, setting a precedent? Telling the foreigner what he can and can't do in their country? And obviously the kick streamer from earlier who was being an asshole isn't Mizkif's fault either. Oh my god, we're really getting cancelled for freaking...
I mean, I was kind of alluding that it was his fault, but I don't think it's like all Mizkif's fault, right? I just think that the more that streamers go to these other countries, and I will stand by this, the more that this becomes like a trend, the more we will see this happen. I mean, it's setting this example. It's not just Mizkif doing this. I think that by going here and doing this fucked up shit and showing us be assholes in other countries, the more you see it happen and the more it's creating this virality, you're going to get these people that want that clippable moment, and they're going to go do it because they know there's controversies going on and they know that they can get it. It's the fucking Adam 22 model.
In cherry blossoms. All right, and getting canceled isn't even a real word. Every time I hear somebody say it in big 2025, I just assume they have some sort of learning disability, because genuinely you cannot be canceled for practically anything. Unless you're P. Diddy, you can't get canceled for anything. Even Cody Ko made a comeback as if nothing happened and is still getting hella views. And correct me if I'm wrong, I just think Mizkif's audience is just full of like average Twitch viewers. Basically Loserville. If you're a grown adult who spends time watching Twitch streams instead of, you know, highlights of set streams, you got nothing going on. I need your guys.
Absolutely, dude. I've never watched a Twitch stream, but I have fucking seen tons of clips on shorts. When I'm doom scrolling, dude, I'm not gonna lie, I get a lot of fucking I Show Speed. I get a lot of fucking Kai Cenat or whatever, and it's just endless like stream clips. I don't actually like go out of my way in my real life to like actually watch these like endless streams where these fuckers are just like jerking off on like Japanese people. It's just, I don't know what the fun would be there. It's like, oh, I'm going to watch this dude, a fucking tourist, but he's going to tourist like a degenerate. I don't know why anybody would be like, oh, that sounds like a really fun time to me. Dude, no, give it to me in like a really condensed, well-edited, or not even well-edited video. Just give it to me in a normal fucking 10 to 20 minute video and get the premise out there and I'll fucking watch that. But you put it as like a 5-hour live stream of you fucking sniffing butts in Japan, get the fuck out of here, dog. I'm not watching that.
His opinion, you know, I'm conflicted. Like, on one end I think Twitter's being schizophrenic, but I do think that the Japanese have a right to be offended or like a little upset at this. As you guys could see, I started playing Counter-Strike again. Let me know if you enjoy this kind of gameplay in the background more than the, you know, original surf footage with the Valorant stuff. And yeah, please subscribe to the channel so I can pay my rent. I'm literally homeless.
Dude, by the way, fucking subscribe to my channel because and watch all my shit because I said so, and I need to get monetized, baby. I need that I need that monetization. I want to see some YouTube checks in the mail where I'm like stacking up just Benjamins and then making out with them and just having like endless amounts of gay makeout sessions with Benjamins. That's all I need, baby. That's all I freaking need at the end of the day. But to be honest, like if I were to encompass this entire drama around, I do think that by going to another country and making a complete ass out of yourself, you are setting an example for some of the people in your younger audience to go out there and be assholes for yourself. It's different than just like saying an edgy joke or like, here's the thing, I'm 100% for free speech, right? But I'm not for free actions all the time because like I've always believed that actions speak louder than words. I can be out here saying like some of the most asinine things, but if I go out of my real life and I'm just like going out of my way and being nice to people, those are my actions. It shows that by my actual actions are I'm a nice person, but I'm a fucking asshole comedian on the side, right? It's completely different to me. And so when I see all these streamers like Vitaly and all these other guys that are doing absolutely obscene, abhorrent shit that we all know that's been going on, we got Johnny Somali in jail. We got Vitaly in jail. We got Ice Poseidon probably on the verge of going to jail. You got all of these assholes doing this shit, and your first thought, and this is where I'm throwing blame back on Mizkif, your first thought is to go to Japan, to an Asian country after you've seen all these other assholes do this shit in an Asian country. You go to an Asian country and start doing dumb shit, right? It's like, that's my thought process on it. You have these examples of people on their fucking downward spiral, FouseyTube, all these fucking assholes, and you're like, you know, I'm gonna go do that because that seems like the most logical thing. You know that he was kind of looking for a little bit of controversy to spur his channel up, but not like wanting real controversy, wanting to be an asshole, but like a respectable asshole, and it just didn't pay out for him at the end. I have the hiccups now. What the fuck? That's all I got for you guys. Like and subscribe, pay my bills, and let's have a good life. I'll catch you on the next one.